Now to the pandemic and the growing battle over vaccine mandates. Only hours remain until tens of thousands of unvaccinated healthcare workers here in New York could lose their jobs. Governor 𝗃𝗰𝗿𝗆 is putting contingency plans in place, including using the National Guard. This comes at a critical time. On average, nearly 1,600 people nationwide are still dying of the virus each day. That's up 730% since mid-July. Here's ABC's 𝗃𝗰𝗵𝗶 from New York.
Tonight, with the deadline just hours away for all New York State healthcare workers to get vaccinated, officials are taking drastic action to prepare for mass firings and staff shortages. Governor 𝗃𝗰𝗿𝗆 preparing to bring in out-of-state workers, even the National Guard, to help. An estimated 72,000 hospital workers are not fully vaccinated. Nurse 𝗃𝗰𝗵𝗆 is one of them. She remains defiant.
We're not monsters. We're not selfless. We're trying to do what is at the best interest for our families. The majority of the nurses that I have spoken to that remain unvaccinated are sticking to their guns.
This comes just days after a federal judge temporarily blocked New York City public schools from implementing a similar vaccine mandate for teachers and staff. Matt Baker is a high school math teacher in Brooklyn, had COVID, and lost a fellow teacher to it. He supports the mandate.
My concern is that students have already started to build relationships that they haven't had in the last 18 months. And then those relationships are going to come tearing apart.
Teacher Asia Levistone says she's not getting the shot.
I'm going to be terminated. It's going to be my last day.
Across the country, Americans rolling up their sleeves, receiving a third Pfizer shot after the CDC gave the green light for Pfizer recipients over the age of 18 with an underlying condition, anyone over the age of 65, as well as frontline workers. Mary Dahlman got hers in Wisconsin.
I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to get the booster. Over 65 category let me in today.
When it comes to children, Pfizer's CEO saying today the company plans to submit data to the FDA in just days that shows their shot is safe for kids 5 to 11.
If they approve it, we will be ready with our manufacturing to provide this new formulation of the vaccines. It's 1/3 of the dose that we are giving to the rest of the population.
CDC Director Rochelle Walensky says booster shots and vaccine mandates will help, but the main focus is the 70 million Americans still unvaccinated.
These are people who are 10 times the risk of being hospitalized and 11 times more likely to die. So we have hard work in making sure we get those people vaccinated.
Michigan doctor Matthew Trunsky, who has lost more than 100 patients to COVID, making a passionate plea on Facebook, saying many of them deny having the virus to the very end.
And that's what I think the medical profession finds truly mind-boggling, is people who are really on their deathbed still holding out that we're wrong, that the vaccine doesn't work, that drugs that are not approved are the cure-all, and it's just not the science, it's just not the truth.
A lot of concern about misinformation out there. 𝗃𝗰𝗵𝗆 joins us from outside of a hospital here in New York City. And Phil, you're learning New York's governor is preparing to declare a state of emergency tomorrow. How is she planning to fill the staff shortages?
Well, Lindsay, Governor Hochul says she is prepared to bring licensed medical care workers in from out of state, even deploy medically trained National Guard members to where they might be needed. But while all this is happening, it's important to point out that the overwhelming majority of teachers and medical care workers are vaccinated. Lindsay?
Good to make that point. Phil, thank you.
Hi, everyone. 𝗃𝗰𝗵𝗆 here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.